お前はタイムトラベルについて詳しいか?
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Steinsgate playthrough. So let's find out how much Suzuha actually knows about time travel. How much do you know about time travel?
それってどういう意味かな?
What do you mean by that? Suzuha seems slightly suspicious. A lot, not slightly. So I explained to her what happened just now. Nae probably won't understand a word of it, so I don't think it will be necessary to silence her. You wanna silence a child?
信じらんない.
I don't believe it. Suzuha is dumbfounded after hearing my explanation.
そんなの聞いた
I've
こと
never
ない
heard
よ.
of anything like that. Is it true?
本当?
Are you telling the
本当のこ
truth?
と言ってる?
I think she's lying. Of course, we've created a bona fide time machine, and we were able to change the past. Nobody can deny our accomplishments. That's right, nobody.
ああ、もうそういう
Jeez,
こと
that's
じゃ
not
な
what
く
I
て.
meant. Suzuha grabs at her own hair in frustration, but then her expression turns thoughtful.
君の言うことが本当なのかどうかわかんな
I
いけ
don't
ど
know if
さ.
what you're saying is true or not, but she suddenly lowers her voice.
こういう時は
I think you should try asking John Titor. John Titor?
ほら
I mean, he's a hot topic now, isn't he? A time traveler from the future.
過去へ遡ってきたタイムトラ
Well,
ベラ
I
ー
think this from the previous timeline, John Titor, who was writing on Japanese forums, is actually Rintaro.
なんか知ってっかもよ.
He might know something, since you're both time travelers and all. I see. You could be right. No, there's no doubt about it. The undoing of past events could possibly be explained through the many worlds interpretation that Titor talked about. And come to think of it, it was Titor's advice that led me to the IBN 5100. He should be able to give me a hint this time too. Yeah, talk to yourself, to your future self. I quickly take out my phone. It's me. John Titor may have come from the future to guide me. Yeah, that's right. His arrival here in 2010 must be the choice of Steinsgate. Psy Kongru.
バイトのお姉ちゃん
Who is he talking to?
誰とさあ
You don't wanna
誰だ
know.
ろう
Don't know.
未来人
Who could it be?
更新してたり
Maybe
して
it's someone from the future.
未来人
From the future. Do you want to know who I'm talking to, Sister Brown? No,
気になりません
Nae shakes her head rapidly. She looks scared. I respond with the weary expression of a mad scientist who has seen everything and lost so much. Good. Even if you are interested, never ask. I could tell you, but then I'll have to silence you. And I don't want to have to do that to an innocent girl.
だから小学
Come on, stop scaring her. She's just a little girl. I assume Nae is frightened because of the aura of danger that follows me everywhere. She's right to be. I'll get in touch with Taito immediately. Your advice is appreciated, part-time warrior.
私役に立った
Was I useful? That's great. Part-time warrior's eyes pop open mid-sentence.
うわ
Oh crap, the boss is back! The boss is back! I follow Suzuha's glance to see a mob headed this way. Judging by the sheer size of the driver, it must be Mr. Brown.
なえ
Nae, if manager asks, tell him I was doing my job.
してたって言ってよ
Okay, but you have to let me ride your bike, okay?
乗せる乗せる
Okay, okay.
じゃあ頑張って
Good luck, Okabe Rintaro. I'm rooting for you. Suzuha pats me on the shoulder and rushes into the workshop. Nae and I are left in front of the store. The driver stops the moped, and takes off his full-face helmet, revealing Mr. Brown. Welcome back, Daddy. Naya, what did this nut job do to you? Manager leaps from his moped and interposes himself between me and his daughter. His eyes are bloodshot. My spine freezes. What a powerful aura of malice. You son of a... How dare you make moves on my precious daughter? I'll kill you. Wait, I haven't done anything. Then why were you talking with Naya alone, huh? We weren't alone. Suzuha was here too. That girl was skipping work to polish her bicycle. Please forgive me, Suzuha. My life is too precious. Is that true, Naya? She promised she'd let me ride her bike, so I gotta say she wasn't skipping. Sister Brown ends up betraying Suzuha too. A lot of betrayals this episode. The manager breathes a heavy sigh. Skipping is the only thing she's good at, isn't it? Worthless part-timer. It's true, I've never seen her actually do work. Anyway, shouldn't you apologize for making false accusations? What? Hell no. Stubborn old man. He thinks he owns the place just because he owns the place. That's how it works, Rindaro. It doesn't take a genius to understand this. Understand? I won't let you off easy next time. You make move on my daughter. I wouldn't do something so suicidal. Mr. Brown nods in satisfaction. Naya, I bought some cream puffs, so let's eat them together. Okay. He parks his moped next to part-time warrior's bicycle, then enters the store hand in hand with his daughter. Cream puffs? You can't get any more out of character than that. Is this what having kids does to a man? Hey, part-timer, I know you were slacking off. Hey! And why is the 42-inch on? I thought I told you to turn it off. I'm sorry. I leave Suzuha to her fate and return to the lab. I need to get in touch with Taito as quick as possible. He might be able to give me the answers I seek. He might even be able to explain the event that I witnessed a few days ago, the instantaneous disappearance of everyone on the streets of Akiba. When I burst into the lab, everyone looks at me with concerned expressions. Mayuri starts to speak, presumably to console me, but I put my hand up to stop her. Wait, we'll talk when everything is over. I explained that we can't experiment anymore now that Mr. Brown is back, then I dismiss everyone for today. I'll buy more bananas tomorrow, okay? You've got mail, let's check it out. Paris. Judgment Day. I can't stop now, Nya. Judgment Day is near. I have to keep going, Nya. I must find the sanctuary. That is where Ferris belongs, Nya. Okay, we can't respond to that. Mayuri picks her Upa plush off the sofa and hands it to me. So for now, hug this little guy super tight and cheer up, okay? Looks like she's worried about me, but she shouldn't be. It's my job to worry about her. She has work after this, so she leaves. Daru goes with her, probably to see Ferris. Before he leaves, Lukaku apologizes again for messing up the Lotus 6 ticket. It's alright. He knows about the time machine now. Next time I see him, I make him a lab mem to secure his silence. You do that. Moeka leaves with nothing more than a tiny bowl. Receiving mail? In less than 30 minutes, Kursa and I are the only ones left in the lab. Shining finger. It was fun. I wanna hear more about time machines next time, okay? It's a promise. See you, Moeka. Okay. Hey, assistant. You're not going back to your hotel. Is there a problem? No, no problem. I was just wondering what you were still doing here. Nothing. I just wanted to think for a bit. Can't you think at your hotel? What? You kicking me out? Oh, I get it. You'd be lonely in your hotel room. But you have no friends, so you want me, the great Hoin Kyoma, to look after you. Isn't that right, you spoiled celeb self? Oh my god. You're the lonely one, aren't you? You've been acting gloomy all day. Do you need some advice? I'm an outsider in a sense, so it should be easier to talk to me, right? A man getting advice from a younger woman is kind of mumble. But if you're fine with that, then just ask away. Why does she have to be such a smartass? She even has a mocking grin on her face. I need to send some emails. If you insist on staying here, then be quiet and stay out of my way, okay, zombie? Of all your stupid names, that one is the worst. Despite her complaint, Kurisu makes no move to leave. She sits down on the sofa and starts reading a massive technical book. On closer inspection, I realize it's in English. Maybe my assistant isn't a genius, but just an extreme studier. Want some coffee? Sure. Whatever. I make some instant coffee for Kurisu. I take a fresh Dr. P out of the refrigerator for myself and sit down in front of the computer. Alright, let's do what needs to be done. I only hope this doesn't get undone too. My plan is to follow Suzuha's advice. Get in touch with Taito. After all, what I'm experiencing right now could have something to do with the menu world's interpretation. Which would mean that the Kurisu sitting over there isn't the same Kurisu with whom I discussed the Lotus 6. Yes. And it would mean that this lab isn't the lab where we discussed it. Yet it's a parallel, another universe, like another timeline. How can that be? You tell me? What's wrong with you? Stop fidgeting. Kurisu glanced at me coldly. Damn it, she's looking at me like I'm a perv again. Again? Oh, always. I keep telling her I'm not a perv, I'm Hoin Kyoma. Anyway, why am I the only one who remembers what happened? Because there are such people. You read it on forum. There's another question I'll ask John Titor. I don't know if he's a real time traveler, but he did help with the IBN 5100, so I'm inclined to trust him. How can you not trust yourself? But what should I write? Should I tell him everything? In any case, worrying about it won't solve anything. Enough stalling, I take out my phone. Question. Thanks for the intel on the IBN 5100. The code is from CERN's database. In other news, I've successfully built a time machine. Wait. Oh, wow. I successfully built a time machine that sent emails to the past. When we change the past by sending an email, does that change the world line? I noticed some events were undone. It doesn't change the world line. You are on another world line. Does that... okay. You said the many worlds interpretation is correct, but I'd like to hear the proof, if you don't mind. Let's send. Send. I sigh and chug my soda, now to wait for his reply. I check the channel thread just to make sure, but Taito hasn't posted recently. That was a pretty heavy sigh. Maybe John Titor was pretty busy cleaning up the mess that past him would do. Kurisu says without lifting her eyes from her book. Maybe I should tell her about how that email changed the past. All about how she seems to have lost her memories about it. Why am I considering talking to Kurisu? Because I don't think Mayuri or Daru would understand this problem. Kurisu, on the other hand, might be able to form a hypothesis. That's what I hope. Incoming call. Just then my phone rings.
もしもし。
Hello?
あ、オカリン。
Okarin, I made a terrible mistake.
ミス
Mistake? Is it about the phone wave name subject to change? Is it related to the phenomenon I experienced earlier? I gulp. No, it's something stupid or perverted. I know it's pathetic for a mad scientist to show anxiety, but I can't help it. I lick my dry lips and wait for Daru to speak.
実はさ、
Actually,
ラボに財布忘れてきたお。
I left my wallet at the lab.
なに
What?
おかげでメイクインに
I can't go to make me like this. Can you bring me my wallet? I'll buy you a drink.
貴様は完全に
Go jump in the river.
していろ
I shout and hang up. Damn it, I got stressed for nothing. Mayuri.
もしもし
Yeah, I'm not delivering your wallet, okay? Okarin, Okarin. Oh, it's you. You're with Daru, right? You don't have to lend the dumbass any money, okay? Okay.
わかったでね
So, Okarin, I was wondering if you cheered up. Did you hug up Upa like I said?
していない
No.
そもそも
I'm a mad scientist full of madness and ambition.
に満ち溢れた
That's good. You know, if you're worried about anything, talk to Maeshi, okay? Maeshi doesn't understand hard things, but she does understand Okarin.
お前に
You understand me?
わかるというのか
Sure. We've been together since we were little, after all. Haha. Hehe.
もう
I'm hanging up. Work hard now. Thanks. Bye.
じゃあね
たく
She thinks she knows me.
バカめ
岡部
Okabe,
顔
you're
がにや
grinning.
けてる
何を言う
Nonsense, Celebsep.
セレセブ言う
Don't
の
call me Celebsep. I was going to tell Kurisu the truth, but now I've changed my mind. The mad scientist Hoinkyoma would never grin at the words of a mere hostage like Mayuri. What are you talking about, man? Don't piss me off.
恋する乙女が
You look like a girl in love waiting for an email from her boyfriend. Oh, he's in love with himself, alright. She sure likes to attack me for every little thing.
そんなに構ってほしいのか
Are you really that desperate for attention? We've got an email, Mayuri. A maid experience. You know, I've been working at May Queen for 3 months as of today. The other girls threw me a party. Oh, that's nice. I can't believe I've been a maid for 3 months. Time sure flew by. Oh, but don't worry, Mayuri's still Okarin's hostage full-time. Mayuri, why? Why are you saying those things? Okay, reply. You need money to buy junk food or else you'll die of starvation. I understand. No. A party after just 3 months? Ridiculous. I don't see how that deserves congratulations. You girls are crazy. Absolutely freaking not. And the third one? I still can't believe you're working at a maid cafe. I mean, you still never cosplay outside of work. Why are all the options passive-aggressive? Oh my god. Okay, let's send this one. Alright.
さ
Just getting revenge? You're always making fun of me, so I deserve at least this much. Despite what you may think, I actually respect you. Ooh, that's rich. You don't even say my name right. I'm sorry about that. Kurisu lifted her face and stared at me in shock. Well, that's unexpected. You actually apologized. I do apologize, but I can't help it. For my brain has recorded you as my assistant, Christina, and I cannot correct it. Let's hear it. I'm gonna crack your skull open and stick electrodes in your hippocampus. Another email? Right after that silly exchange, John Titor's mail arrives. John Titor. Details. Greetings, Kyoma. Can you tell me exactly how you changed the past? I'd like to verify that what you said is true. Interesting. Reply. We sent an email today. It was set to arrive last Tuesday, 170... Oh, no. That's a lot of text. 170 hours ago, it contained the winning numbers for the third place prize of that night's Lotto 6 drawing. The moment we sent the email, my associates who had helped plan the experiment and watched me send it instantly forgot that any of that happened. When I checked, I found that the email had vanished from my phone's sent history. I know for a fact that it arrived in the past, as my friend bought a Lotto 6 ticket based on information I had apparently given him. He got one of the numbers wrong, but otherwise it was an exact match. Sent. Who are you talking to? John Titor. Huh? No way. He's open to discussing as long as you're not trying to troll him, and his mail address is public. This is the second time we've exchanged mails. No wonder you keep referencing Titor's posts. You believe him, don't you? Wouldn't you believe yourself? Not entirely, but there are several points in his story I do agree with. Really? I can't see it as anything but fiction. Well, you didn't believe time travel until a few days ago. John Titor, very interesting. That's very interesting. From the events you described, it sounds like you did indeed change the past. I suspect that the email I sent changed divergence, if only a little. Bravo. The instant your email arrived in the past, you shifted from your original world line to an ever so slightly different world line. Yeah, that's basically it. That's what I was saying. Not his world line changed, but he went into another world line somehow. On this world line, you received an email from the future containing the Lotto 6 numbers. Yeah, that makes sense, because it wouldn't make sense that from the same world line you would receive the email from the future. You told your friends the numbers. Perhaps because you didn't quite trust the email, but your friend got a number wrong when he purchased the ticket. The original email likely disappeared from your sent history when the world line changed. All of this makes sense. The one thing I don't understand is how you kept your memories of the previous world line. Wasn't on the forums mentioned that some people keep their memories through the world lines, through traveling? Or is it just something I imagined? Just so we're clear, you are telling the truth, yes? Yes, I still have my memories from before the past was changed. That's the truth. By the way, this is actually the second time this has happened. You traveled 26 years into the past. Into your past. Haven't you experienced something similar? Also, what effect do you think my intentional manipulation of the timeline might have? Memory. I've confirmed that divergence is currently 0.571015%. I cannot tell what the value was before you changed the past. This is because I, like your friends, have no memories of the wall line before you changed the past. In the case of physical time travel, memories are retained even if the wall line changes. In the case of physical time travel. So it wasn't a physical time travel. How was it then? Mental? That's been proven by my own experience. But in the case of an email like the one you sent, the time travel changes the past without actually traveling through time. A situation that scientists in my time never even considered. It wasn't necessary since the invention of the time machine in 2034 gave us the means of physical time travel. So I'm afraid that I have no idea how to explain the phenomenon you've been experiencing. He's not physically time traveling, just mentally somehow. How exactly do you measure divergence? Where do those numbers come from? The many worlds interpretation. Strictly speaking, I wasn't being entirely accurate when I wrote it. The Everett-Wheeler model is accepted in my time. The first functional time machine was completed in 2044. In the 2 years following that breakthrough, our understanding of the universe's structure grew dramatically. In 2036, scientists proved that the universe is comprised of attractor fields, which described the extent of world line convergence. This theory was first proposed in 2020. Sorry, I forgot to answer your question. I have a meter that measures divergence. A reading of 0% divergence corresponds to the world line I originally came from. In other words, it's a subjective, not absolute measurement. This tool can only indicate the current divergence. Whoa. Please explain the attractor fields. How do they affect world lines? It's great to communicate by mail and not to have to read through forums with trashy comments. Observing convergence? Put simply, attractor fields are the focal points of world line convergence. Their existence is responsible for phenomena previously known as fate and chance. There's no real point making small changes to a world line. Due to convergence, small changes do not have a lasting influence. So he didn't really change too much by sending that email to the past and changing the past slightly. Humans who can observe convergence are exceedingly rare. I haven't met anyone with the ability myself, so I'm unqualified to give you an accurate appraisal, but you, Kyoma, might be one such individual. You might have the power to observe convergence. You might be the one who can guide us to a world line beyond 1% divergence, across the wall that divides attractor fields. Oh, he's gonna be more ridiculous after reading that email. The tone of Taichu's email has suddenly changed. He thinks I have some kind of power. First, I feel a sense of pride. Next comes apprehension. Could this be a trap? Maybe. In the first place, I can't confirm if this is the real John Titor. And I don't even know if the John Titor from 2000 was really a time traveler. If Titor's worldline theory holds, then that could explain the supernatural events I've experienced. But this last statement is pretty hard to swallow. As soon as I begin to doubt, all of his words start to smell like lies. Bad stuff about the IBM 5100 might have been a lie too. That mysterious program code could be just a simple bug. Now that he claims I have special powers, he's starting to sound like some new age con artist. And besides, I don't need Titor to tell me that. Cause you know it yourself, yeah? Mairi. Reason. You know why I don't cosplay? Mai, she doesn't want to stand out. Oh no! I mean, I'm your hostage, right? What the hell is this relationship? Oh my god. There we go. Chris jerks at the sound of my laughter. Don't just start laughing like that, it's creepy. But I must. He says I have powers. Isn't that rich? You don't have to tell me what I already know, John Titor. I snap my eyes open wide. I raise my own height to the heavens. My true power is the magic eye. Reading Steiner? Sounds to me like you've got a bad case of Chuni Pew? Huh? Uh-huh. Eh? What? Carissa hides her face in her book. She pretends to read, but I can see from here that her ears are bright red. How does she know about Shuni Pew? Is she a channeler after all? No, that doesn't matter now. I need to reply to Titor. What is beyond the wall? What will happen when we cross it? Is the wall named Steinsgate? The future. If we cross the wall, we will have freedom. If we do not, then the dystopia I came from will be our future. In exchange for providing false peace and joy, your masters will stamp out every last vestige of free will. As I said on channel, my goal is to change the future, that future. And you may be the one who can make that possible. Okay, now it's getting creepy. Is this some new cult? Or is he really trying to con me here? He's also contradicting himself again. The Titor who appeared in This is not John Titor, oh my god! There are two different people. The Titor who appeared in 2000 said he traveled back in time to retrieve technology lost in World War III. This is a different... Oh god. He just took the name of Titor. Yet with this guy saying he came to prevent the creation of a dystopia ruled by CERN. This guy might be an imposter. I'm fed up, so I quit replying, but just as I'm about to put away my phone... Future 2. Kyoma, I want you to be the Messiah. Whoa, some Dune shit happening here. If the same thing happens to you again, please contact me more. That moment will prove that you are the Messiah. Why are these spaces... This is so strangely spaced out. Weird. Lisanal grape. Raises the hairs on the back of my neck. What is this? Fear? Disgust? I don't know, but something is very wrong. Messiah. Butterfly effects divergence. Chapter 3 clear. Oh, that's nice. Messiah, known. 1. In Christianity, a title for Jesus Christ. 2. One who brings salvation to mankind, Savior. 3. One who rescues others from peril. And 4, I would add steinsgate, the one who rides the worm. I'm sorry. Salvation, known. Deliverance from pain and suffering. From Cochin Dictionary.
John Titor は実にバカだな。
John Titor is a fraud. I scream at the absurdity. Daru and Kuriso give me exasperated stares, but I ignore them. Me, the Messiah? Ludicrous. To think that I would save humanity. I am no Messiah. I am the insane mad scientist Hoin Kyoma, who was walked through fire and bathed in an ocean of blood to escape the clutches of the organization. My desires chaos unending. Do you think that destroying the system will bring peace to the world? The answer is no. No, I say. Death to the naive fools who believe such lies. The collapse of authority means that lawless chaos shall reign. Makiseshi, what the hell happened to Okari? Beats me. A few hours ago he was exchanging emails with John Titor and then he suddenly got quiet. And then he started ranting. He's been like this for half an hour. He's been acting strangely all day, don't you think? Agreed? Like he's from another timeline. Almost. Listen up, blood mems. It's time to resume Operation Earth. Seriously? The manager's still downstairs, you know? Fret not. It's almost closing time for the brown tube's workshop. The phone wave doesn't work at night, remember? It's worth a try. We need to figure out how late the phone wave name subject change works. At the same time, I want to see if the two of you can use the emails to change the past. Change the past? Again. I still don't believe in the many worlds interpretation or Titor's attractor field theory. Actually, I'm starting to doubt them more and more. If we want to know how the world works, we'll have to figure it out ourselves. And to do that, we need to experiment. One thing I'm sure of is that the mass disappearance in Akiba is related to the email somehow, as is the strange disconnect between my memories and everyone else's. According to Titor, I have a supernatural power, the one I call Reading Steiner. My doubts about Titor's veracity aside, I do need to determine if I am indeed the only person who keeps his memories when the past changes. What more proof do you need? I mean, change the past to your liking, as long as it's something easy to observe. Preparations for the phone wave name subject change are complete. Daru's eyes wander to the ceiling in thought. Next to him, Kurisu shrugs her shoulder and starts gathering her things. I'm going back to my hotel. Show me your report on today's experiment tomorrow. Okay. Hold it! When I grab her by the shoulder, Kurisu nearly topples over. Hey, what's your problem? Who's writing that report? You, of course, this is your operation. And if we could get a report from the subject too, that would be even better. Kurisu glances at Daru. Are you not interested in changing the past? What happened to your eagerness to experiment? Did you forget what I said this afternoon? I'm against it. But you were so enthusiastic when we began the experiment. You went along with a single complaint. Without a single complaint. In your dreams, maybe. So this is what changed in this world line. I twist my lips into a grin. You're not being objective, Christy Celebsov. Mayuri. Speaking of lotteries, Mayushi won a magazine sweepstakes once. Amazing, huh? You know the hero of Ganbam, Setsuri? I won an autograph from his voice actor. Great. You still reading anime magazines? You're a true otaku. Okay, Setsuri? Is he from the latest Ganbam? I haven't seen it. The original is the best anyway. I never knew Mayuri was a voice actor. Otaku. This one. If you're going to correct yourself, at least get it right. We've already performed one experiment. I changed the past. Hey, no fair. But you were in on it too. But when the past changed, you forgot that it had ever happened. Are you talking about this afternoon? I mean, when you suddenly started asking about the Lotto 6? Exactly. I explained what happened earlier this afternoon. You're not joking, are you? I'm serious. Seriously. One good look at my face and Daru seems to understand I'm not joking. Kurisu, on the other hand, has a sour look, but she's always like that. Why did everyone else lose their memories? Actually, did everyone else lose their memories? In order to find out, I need them to perform the same experiment. Okay, there's one thing about the past I definitely want to change. Daru is quick to adapt, as always. We've known each other for a long time. He trusts me implicitly. Or maybe he's just being faithful to his desires. What? Are you going to tell yourself to get on a diet? I wouldn't diet even if future me told me to. Daru tells me he wants to change the events of the Fairies Cup held at May Queen plus Nyan a few days ago. On that day, Daru got insta-killed by fairies in a Rainet Access Battlers match. You're gonna change the result? I remember every move Fairistan made. It'll be easier to take her from behind. Aren't I a genius? Ferris is probably too good for that to work. She'll just counter his counter strategy. Whatever. Daru, prepare to D-mail. Hell yeah, I'll give it my best shot. Daru hunches over and starts typing out the mail, leaving me to input the forwarding address into the phone wave name subject to change. I sit in front of the X68000 and take a look at my watch. It's 6:55 PM. No way to know if the phone wave name subject to change will operate at this hour. We haven't figured out the exact window yet. So why do you think you're the only one who remembers? You're awfully persistent. I see why they call you the zombie. Just you call her that. I don't follow. Zombie never stop coming. They're persistent. Yeah. Okay, on that note, I think we're gonna end this episode here. That was so much fun. We finally realized we are on a different timeline. So, let's see what happens next in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!